What's good, everybody? This episode of the podcast is sponsored by DistroKid. They are the go-to for digital music distribution and the easiest way for musicians to get their music onto Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, TikTok, YouTube, and more. They offer unlimited uploads, and artists keep 100% of their earnings, getting your music onto platforms and into stores 10 to 20 times faster than any other distributor. They help with cover song clearance, automatic splits, and they offer all kinds of tools and templates to help you get the most visibility for your releases. I dig this company and appreciate their business model that offers more features and tools than any other distributor while doing it at the most affordable price for solo artists, bands, DJs, studio artists, and any other creators that are making music or producing music in their home, and they offer label services as well. They've got 3 different tiers that they offer to creators that start as low as $22.99 a year. That's just $1.92 a month. And even their top tier is only $7.50 per month. And the best part about DistroKid sponsoring the podcast is they are offering Dan Cable Presents listeners 30% off their first year of service with DistroKid, making their affordable prices even cheaper for you. I will put that discount link in the episode notes. It will also be in my Instagram bio. Big shout out to DistroKid for sponsoring this podcast for more than 3 years now. Much appreciated. Now let's get into the episode.
Looking down at the corner of the slow
What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dan Cable Presents podcast. Thank you for tuning into the program once again. If this is your first time listening, thanks for checking out the show. You can find fresh episodes coming at you on Tuesdays. And if you want to help support this thing in a free way, you can do so by clicking subscribe on iTunes, clicking write a review, giving the podcast 5 stars if you feel like it is deserving of so, and that will help propel this thing into the tops of those iTunes charts, giving it more visibility on the national and international levels, helping strangers find the podcast, and just a great way to contribute to the growth and sustainability of this thing. Appreciate the hell out of all the folks that have already taken the time to do so. If you're not listening on Apple, just hit like, follow, subscribe wherever you are listening from. Tell a friend about the podcast if you are digging it, and you can also hit subscribe right there on YouTube if you are watching on the YouTube channel. Hope everybody is doing well out there. Stoked to have you here. Coming off an incredibly inspiring week. I saw Turnstile a few days ago here just outside of Portland at the Edgefield spot, and I just haven't quite come down from the high of that show. Just unbelievable amount of fun I had being in that crowd and seeing the Circle Pit go most of the night and everybody singing along. Just an incredible performance from the band, and yeah, beautiful night out there at Edgefield. It was one of the last concerts out there of the season. And if you haven't been to a show at Edgefield, I would highly encourage you to check out that lineup next summer. Just an unbelievable place to see music outdoors. One of the better places sound-wise to see music outdoors as well. The sound is always so dialed in out there. And got to see Amyl and the Sniffers for the first time as well. I'd been following them for the last couple years, so I was really hyped to finally get to see them, and they did not disappoint. And Speed, one of the best hardcore bands in the game right now, from Sydney, Australia. I saw them open for Knocked Loose last year, but this was the show where I walked away all in on that band. To see them turn this huge venue like Edgefield into a hardcore venue for a minute was pretty special, and just so much dust in the air all night. And I feel like I've still got dust in my nose from this show, from the pit going. So just wanted to gush about that experience for a minute before I gush about this week's guest. Chipped Nail Polish, aka Jill Sullivan, is on episode 456 of the podcast. Chipped Nail Polish put out a record last month called After ANKENY, and it's just so good and resonates super heavy with me, and I just had so much fun getting to know Jill through this conversation and talking about the making of this record and what inspired this batch of songs. I knew she and I would have a great time, and it just kind of exceeded expectations. Some people, man, you just know you're gonna hit it off with, and just from the jump, I definitely felt that energy with Jill, and I'm just really big fucking fan of this record, as you will hear in this conversation. And it was produced by my guy Justin K, who is a former guest of the cast and one of the treasures of this city of Portland, and anything he's working on is worth a listen. And I've listened to this After ANKENY record a stupid amount of times. I'll tell you what, it's been in the daily rotation. So I am so excited to share this chat with you, and would encourage you to go check out the record, especially if you enjoy the clips of music that are shared throughout this episode. So tap in. All the links for Chipped Nails will be in the episode notes. Big thanks to Jill for taking the time to jump on the mics with me and for her vulnerability. And with all that, we are going to get into episode 456 with Chipped Nail Polish, kicking the episode off with a track from that After ANKENY record. This one is called Seaside. Now let's do the damn thing.
Playing hooky, drive to Seaside, fed the seals at the aquarium. It was fun, but we felt bad for the men. Windy winter, sand was blowing. I said that I wanted to stay young. So you pushed me on the swing set, we're in love.
Are you feeling good?
I'm feeling great. Yeah, let's do it.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I hope you have a plan, 'cause I don't.
goofy radio intro with you now. Oh, we're here with Jill from Chipped Nail Polish. Jill, tell us how you're feeling today.
What? I don't get a radio.
If you want one, I'll give you one.
It's
Jill from Chipped Nail Polish. A new hit record. After ANKENY is out now.
Nice.
See, we
There
don't
we
need
go.
that. I don't know that we need that, but
You know, I'm gonna let you cook, Dan.
okay.
I'm gonna let you do
I
your
appreciate
thing.
that. I'm very excited to have you, Jill. I
Yeah.
love your new record so much.
Oh,
I have listened to it a lot.
Wow.
I think that there are a lot of great records that have come out of the city of Portland this year, and but yours maybe resonates with me a little more than some of my other favorites that have come out of the city. Like
Wow.
I think just like songwriting and just stylistically it like really hits on like some of the pop punk stuff that I was telling you about earlier, of like
Heck yeah.
why I put some pop punk records out, and like some of the emo shit.
Totally.
I'm just very all in on it. I'm a big Chipped
Dude.
Nail Polish fan after this record coming out. You know, like I liked what you had put out previously, but this record really like knocked it out of the park for me. So
Thank you so much. That means the world. Yeah, I'm really proud of it, and it just is super nice. There's been so much good music that's come out of Portland, so yeah, that means the world.
yeah, it's just so fun and so good, and I'm just I'm excited to like learn about where it all comes from. One thing I noticed when you texted me the other day is that you have an 805 area code. I'm very like familiar with that
Yeah.
area. I spent a lot of time in that area as a kid.
Wait, where are you from?
I'm from Southern California, like from Riverside area,
Okay, nice.
Corona to be specific.
Heck yeah.
But my grandparents lived in Ojai pretty much my entire life until I was, I don't know, in my mid 20s.
Beautiful.
So I
over
spent
there.
a lot of time in like Ventura area and Santa Barbara, and would go up there pretty often. And I also played travel ice hockey, so like go through like Simi Valley a lot to like play games. And
Yeah, my stomping grounds, man. I'm from Moore Park.
yeah, you mentioned that the Moore Park reference,
Moore Park
in, you know, in the track.
Shout out 805.
Okay, all right. Yeah, like what was growing up in Moore Park like, and what was like your early experience with music?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, growing up in Moore Park, I mean it's a small town. Just kind of on the outskirts of the LA bubble, the LA sprawl, my parents like to say. And yeah, it's just this small town, small community. Yeah, growing up, I feel like music scene wise there wasn't there wasn't a whole lot happening. But we were close enough to LA where most of my like fondest high school memories are like getting in a car, my 97 Jeep Cherokee to be specific, you never really knew if it was going to turn on or not. You weren't really sure if it was going to start. My dad bought like a like starter kit for me because I was always asking my friends for a jump, and I was like, I just feel bad, like I need to be able to do this myself. So yeah, I had to use that a lot. But yeah, it was a lot of my like early music memories were as you know, I'm like pretty heavily influenced by like pop punk, surf punk. I feel like when I was in high school, the surf punk scene was like, so it was kind of at its peak.
Yeah.
And me and my friends were just like all about it, and we were so wholesome. It was really sweet. Like I didn't really drink. I didn't drink or like smoke weed or do anything in high school, but we just like went to these shows and we like moshed our little hearts out.
Yeah.
And then like came home.
Oh yeah.
We just like drove an hour, went to these shows. It was like really wholesome and sweet. And I just have some really, really fond memories with some of my childhood friends who, yeah, I'm still friends with today. And it's just sweet. So that definitely influenced like a lot of my music taste as a teen.
Yeah.
Into now.
Yeah. I think that's just like kind of a part of growing up in Southern California. Like it's hard to avoid falling into that music, you know? It's like, especially if like maybe you're on the outskirts, more in the suburbs.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing to do in Moore Park, California. So it's like we left. We left for the evening and got back, and it was that was kind of my high school existence with music.
There's a lot of access to all ages shows though.
Yeah, that's one thing that's like so awesome about growing up in SoCal is just the music. There's so much music everywhere, so much all ages music in LA. Big difference between from when I moved to Oregon for college. I felt like suddenly it was a lot harder to find music at legit venues that were all ages. And that's still some things that like, I know Portland's working on and stuff, but yeah, it just kind of became like house show scene. Like the house show scene was really vibrant and cool in college and stuff when I was underage. But I'm so grateful that I had a really like beautiful all ages scene in LA growing up.
Yeah.
So grateful for that.
Were you always a pretty creative kid growing up?
Like yes and no. I'm like not a visual artist at all. Like I hate graphic design. I can't draw for shit. Like
same.
I was like into creative writing a lot when I was a kid. Like I used to write stories and stuff. And then I think I got like a couple bad grades in English in like elementary school, and then it kind of like knocked it out of me where I was like, oh, maybe I'm like not a writer. And I was a dancer growing up. That was kind of my my sport, if you will,
Okay.
for most of my life. So yeah, I danced like competitively throughout high school and was on my dance team. And so that was my main creative outlet, I would say, growing up. Also informed my music taste a lot too.
The dancing?
Yeah, like I feel like I am such a little like indie bitch because of like contemporary dance from like the age of like 12 through like 16. I feel like that really informed a lot of my dance teachers, like put me onto some good stuff. They were putting me onto like Bon Iver and like Lana Del Rey and like all these people before they kind of like blew up and became super big. I feel like I owe a lot of that to my dance roots as well. So
Yeah, do you feel like you like kind of took on maybe this different lens for listening to music since you were so heavily into dance? Like you kind of like, I don't know, saw things like rhythmically different, or just like what emotion it would evoke on like a physical level?
Yeah, definitely like the body to like mind connection with music, I feel like is something that has helped me in my performance and like musicality as well. And just kind of like understanding like emphasis and where to put your energy and things. Yeah, I think it's definitely like helped get me to where I am right now.
What was your like levels of stage fright early on when you like, just even with the dancing thing, like were you put in positions where you would have to do a lot of like solo performances, or was it always like group?
I was mainly a group dance girly.
Okay.
Yeah, like the dance world, this is like, I could go down this rabbit hole.
Let's do it.
It's really
Let's
funny.
do it.
Like the competitive dance world is so interesting, where you have to like, it's basically like pay to play.
Okay.
Like you pay to like compete in these competitions. And at my studio, I was a part of like a lot of group dances. I would say I was like mid-pack. Like I wasn't a star and I wasn't like the worst, but like I was pretty good. I was a pretty good dancer.
All right.
So I didn't really have a lot of like shining moments where I like had a little solo part in the group dance or anything like that. And you could like, again, pay to play, like have a solo, like just compete against other soloists. And I like wanted to have a solo so bad. I like begged my parents for a solo, and they were always like, no, because it like costs so, like also dance is just such an expensive thing. And I'm so grateful my parents paid to put me through that, because like learning about it more as like an adult, I'm like, damn, you guys really invested a lot of money into that for me. So thanks, Mom and Dad. But yeah, like the solos were like, I think like double the price of like a group dance. And I think they've never said this to me, but I feel like they probably knew that I wasn't gonna win any solos. And they like probably like knew that I'd be a little disappointed if I were like competing, and then I don't know, like the cost, benefit analysis probably didn't work out, and that's probably why I wasn't able to do a solo.
Yeah.
But yeah, stage fright wise, I feel like I got over that. I feel like dance really helped me like kind of get over that. I mean, it was different when kind of transitioning to like singing, but yeah, I feel like having knowledge of a stage and feeling comfortable on stage is something that I can I owe a lot to my dance background and my dance roots, for sure.
Yeah. And you felt like pretty naturally comfy though in performance.
Honestly,
overall.
Yeah, I think overall I do feel it comes pretty naturally to me.
Not camera shy.
I am camera shy.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't love being behind the lens.
All right.
I've gotten better. It's like something that I've had to do just with the nature of, it's the name of the game, know? But yeah, I'm just trying to have more fun with it too, and not take it like, I don't know. I just feel like some people are so good at it and so like on their shit with music videos and like kind of being able to act and stuff, and that's not me. I can't I can't even, like, I don't know, I'm a bad liar, I'm a bad actress. Like, if I'm not like able to be myself, it's hard for me to be behind the lens, I would say.
You weren't making like a bunch of goofy videos with your friends in high school?
I mean, maybe like earlier. I have like some friends that we used to make home videos with, that those were pretty crazy. Some real mystery thriller type things that we were using our imaginations for.
Pretty creative kid then.
You're
a pretty creative kid.
Maybe. I would say so, but not in the, I don't know, for some reason I always thought of it as like, can you draw or can you paint?
Yeah.
And that's never been me, but creative in other ways for sure.
Yeah. And did you keep up with like the creative writing?
Like, no, I wish I did a little more. I feel like it kind of got, I don't know, it got away from me, but I would like to delve into that realm again. Also, just with like songwriting, writing from more of a character lens versus things that are so personal, because most of my writing is pretty autobiographical.
Yeah.
And just, the nature of this, I don't know how much more I can do of that. I mean, I just want to be able to expand my horizons on my songwriting. That's something that I want to explore in the future.
You ever experiment with like trying to write from a different character's perspective, or like someone else that and try to like dive in that way?
I've done it a little bit for sure. And yeah, like my song Road Rage was kind of inspired by friends' experiences, and writing from, that place. But I feel like it's still me at the end of the day. But one of the things I'm really trying to do, and I want to focus on once I have a little bit of room to breathe after all this, is to, do like a songwriter challenge or something, where I have some friends who are doing it right now. Like Sam Mendoza is always doing a songwriter challenge, and Katie Yosik is in my band also is writing up a storm, and I feel like that would be a really good practice for me, just to get out of my own head. I think I've done that a lot, and I'm proud of everything I've done, but I think we can expand. I think there's room for growth there.
Yeah. I think it's also the like, don't, if the thing that you're doing right now is like working, like I don't think that there has to be like this pressure to like have another angle at it, but maybe some prompts bring out some good things too.
For sure. No, I mean, I think my songwriting is so sporadic, where I never really know. I never really know when a song is going to come out. Like, it takes me years sometimes. Like, I'll go years without writing a single song, and then everything will come out in like a 3-month period. So that's also kind of the thing that I'm trying to work on, is how do I make this practice something a little less sporadic and something that I can just, continue coaxing out of myself versus just waiting around for inspiration to strike.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. When did it shift from you, just showing up to shows to you pursuing music in some form? And like, did you pick up an instrument first? Like, when does this ukulele make it in to your life? And that's an assumption that is like the first instrument, or was there other things before that?
So I guess first first ever musical endeavor was church choir as a kid. There was like a children's choir.
Hell yeah.
So I was rocking that with one of my best friends, Nat. Shout out Nat if you're listening to this.
Did it? You mentioned like grew up in a Catholic family,
Yeah,
so you're
yeah.
doing the Catholic choir.
Catholic.
Hell yeah!
Catholic
It's the only
children's
thing
choir.
that like made me care about going to church was getting to be like in the choir.
Acoustic's pretty insane.
You know?
Also so funny because I was thinking about this, and I remember they had like one microphone for like 3 kids because like we were all just like screaming. So the mics were like a few feet away from us because we were just so loud. But yeah, so that was the first time I ever sang. And then I really didn't sing at all and didn't really play much music. I played piano as a kid.
Just
I
like
took,
some
like, a
shit
few
that
years.
your parents like encouraged you to
Yeah,
take piano
I
lessons
wanted to
kind of
play.
thing.
Yeah, my sister took guitar lessons and I took piano lessons. And we both did that for like a few years. This was like elementary school. So
Okay.
very elementary. I have a very elementary understanding of piano.
Okay.
Which is also something that I'm really I want to bring that back. And that's going to be my next instrument. Yeah. And then quit, I think, when I was in like 4th grade. And didn't play a single instrument until my freshman year of college. I started getting like, well, I was obviously really into music, loved live music, was starting to get into the music scene at U of O. And yeah, I just started befriending a lot more musicians. And I just, honestly, I think my initial dreams for my music and picking up an instrument again was like to be a campfire guitarist. I just
Okay.
wanted to be able to play with my friends.
Just keep on your indie bitch
Yeah,
moves,
exactly.
you know? Keep
Precisely.
on that path. Hell yeah.
But also just to be able to contribute in a way instead of just like, sitting there. I just wanted to be able to strum along and sing along. So yeah, there was my sister's old guitar was like still at my family's house. And so I remember after my freshman year, I was like trying to like play that. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll learn how to play guitar. But man, that's hard. Guitar's hard. My fingers were hurting a lot. And then someone was like, you should just try the ukulele. I hear it's a lot easier. And so I got this like $40 ukulele and was able, because I had like been practicing guitar, as soon as I learned the chord shapes on the uke and, those nylon strings just feel so nice compared to a guitar strings. So I was just kind of hooked on that, and it came really easily. Within a couple hours, I was, playing songs that, just the basic 4 chords, was able to start playing that. And yeah, that's kind of how that started. And then, yeah, it just all snowballed kind of out of control. But I was 19 when I got a ukulele. So I feel, now I've been doing this for almost 10 years, gosh. But for so long I've felt like, because I came into it so late, I've felt very just shy about my music in general. And, when you're in the company that, we're in the company of like such amazing musicians and talented people in the scene, I've always been like, well, I don't really, like, I like just started calling myself a musician like this year because it just hasn't felt correct in comparison to everyone else. But
Understood.
yeah.
I'm glad that you did, because like I said, I think you like put out this like incredible record.
Thank you.
Like when I first started doing this podcast, I was like showing up to a lot of open mics, like playing my own music.
Yeah.
As I got deeper into like having conversations with people I had a lot of respect for musically, it like kind of pushed me off a little bit. Like I didn't want people to know that I played music.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be like asked about it.
Right.
And I was just like, No,
it doesn't
like,
matter.
I'm not, yeah,
You
like,
just straight
I'm
up told
not
people you weren't a musician.
really
You're
like doing what you are doing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and like, I don't know. It still has its like place for me, but it's usually like at home or in here, you know, when I'm
Yeah.
like playing some music still. But so
Oh,
like, I
man.
totally like relate to.
When's the album coming out, Dan?
It's
When
not.
is it dropping?
It's not dropping.
The people want
There's
to
nothing
know.
dropping.
The people want to know.
People would be like, they would hear that and then they would be like, what? Like, no, that would be it.
I don't
This
know.
podcast would be over. It'd be like, stick to podcast. That's what the comments will say.
Stick
Great
to podcasts.
podcast. Stick with it.
Oh my gosh. No, I think we should get a little Dan Cable EP at least.
We'll see.
That
We'll
would
see.
be fun.
But I do relate to that like feeling of like feeling, you know, and I know, I guess like a lot of the musicians that
Yeah.
you were around
Yeah.
during
it's
your U of O
crazy.
days. So, you know, I
It's
can
nutty.
see where that like intimidation
Yeah.
would lie.
Which, by the way, has never been something that any of those people have like supported and championed my music so much and are the reason that I feel confident enough now to like put out music and to pursue this seriously. Like, I really owe it all to them and my community. So it's not that any of those people were like making me feel like I didn't belong or
Yeah.
that I if anything, they've been so encouraging and yeah, I'm really grateful for that. But yeah, it's wild. I mean, still with Justin, my producer, I'm like, you want to work with me? Like after all these years. And even when we first started working together, I was like, hey, like any chance you'd wanna he's like, listen, like I can literally play like 4 chords on the ukulele, and I had this very feeble little voice at the time, but I'm grateful he's really believed in me, and I think we've both grown so much in our crafts over the years. It's been really cool to see, and I feel like this album is like, it's such a testament to my growth as a person and as a songwriter and musician, and it's also such a testament to Justin's growth as a producer and engineer. Like,
Absolutely.
It's really, yeah, he really cooked with that.
Yeah.
Really cooked with that.
Yeah, that must be validating though, to like know that someone of his caliber is interested in like making music with you and like helping facilitate
Yeah.
these songs. And I also think that's like the beautiful thing about songwriting and like making art in general, I guess, is just like, you don't have to be like an incredible musician to write good songs. Like, you just need to like have the feelings in you, you know, and the willingness to like,
And boy, do I got
explore it,
those.
you know, like,
Yeah. I agree. I feel like I'm finally able to say that with my chest in a way that feels good. There's so many ways to make music. There's so many ways to make art. There is, you know, yeah, if you're coming to music with the, you know, wanting to hear somebody shred on the ukulele, I'm not your girl. Like, that's not going to be me. But yeah, I feel like I've been able to put out things that are honest and true and relatable,
Yeah.
which is why I keep doing it. That's why I keep
you know.
bearing my soul into the world and throwing it into the void and hoping somebody catches it.
if you want head bobs and for days and like, you know, music to dance in your kitchen to, and you have
Yes.
cast iron skillet, you know.
Precisely.
So did you like when you got comfortable with the uke, like were you just playing a lot of covers, or did you start like writing your own stuff pretty immediately?
It wasn't immediate, no. I was basically playing covers for a couple years. Again, just in my home and with my friends and not performing anything with anyone. I didn't start writing music until classic, this is so cliche, my first breakup in like what would that have been, like 2018? It was my like beginning of the junior year of college. And then that one really threw me for a loop. Didn't really know what to do with myself. And suddenly all these chords that I had learned, I was just like playing the uke, and then suddenly it just kind of started coming out of me where I just was home alone playing this sad progression of chords, and then just started singing. And that's kind of how my first EP was born, and that's how I started writing. I felt like that was a heartbreak that was so it was like my first big heartbreak, something that I'd never really experienced before. So I felt like I needed a new coping, or like a new tool to deal with that, and that's what songwriting became. And now that's just kind of become my go-to tool. It really unlocked something in me that, I'm really grateful for. But that's how the songwriting came about. Not an original story, but
it's nice to like find something like that though when you're going through it. And then you find something that like makes you feel a little better, or like at least feels like some sort of positive outlet for your feelings. And like
it's oddly productive. It's like, okay, maybe I don't feel quite better after this, but I feel something. And that's why I kept doing it.
Yeah. And I think you like really get to say what you want to say through the songwriting, because it doesn't have to be like the first draft. Like, it doesn't have to be like that conversation in the room with the person where maybe you like don't say exactly what you wanted to say. Like you can like keep going back to it and like refining.
I'm also the queen of like having conversations in my head where I'm like, I should have said that, or like, oh man, like I will replay a scenario a million times over and over again.
Relatable.
Yeah. I mean, probably everybody does that too, right? But it's nice when you get to, I don't know, it's interesting because like my songwriting kind of like oscillates between very stream of consciousness, where like a lot of my songs, the lyrics are kind of the first draft, where it just all kind of spills out, and I'm like, well, couldn't have said it better myself. Like I did say it myself, but like that's kind of it. And then sometimes it takes me like a long time to craft, but some of my favorite songs I've written are ones that are like 15-minute wonders. But
stuff you don't have to like overthink, and it's just like, that's what I was feeling during that time.
And sometimes you just gotta let her live, and you gotta let her be.
I'm not really sure why that makes me think of this, because it's like more of something in regards to like the production and like the making of the record. But the last track on the record, the baguette in the bag,
baguette,
that part where you're like, that wasn't the way I wanted to sing it. I think is like one of the standout moments on the record.
Wait, really?
Yeah, just because like it feels, I don't know, was that just like something you had like said into the microphone? I'm assuming. I think it's because of that. Like it doesn't feel like it was manufactured.
Yeah.
It just like feels like that's what happened. Like you sang the line and you're like, oh, that's not how I wanted to do it. And you like maybe did it the way you wanted to do it after, but just like also maybe that's like Justin's producing chops and like his ear for things to be like, no, we're gonna like figure out how to like use that in the song. And there's like something, it's like one of those things where it's almost leaving in the mistake, and that's like what makes it have all the feel in the world kind of shit.
That's cool. That's a fun kind of Easter egg I feel like that you picked out. That was, I think, a mutual decision where, I mean, that song was a chaotic thing that happened. That song was like really fun to write and work on because it came about so, well, I don't know. It was this weird explosion of, Justin has like sent me beats for years and things that he's like, you should try and write over this. and I'm always like, yeah, but then it like I never find the place for it. And then I was writing over like one of his beats that he sent me, and I kind of wrote the lyrics for Tote Bag. And then once I got into the studio and I was kind of like singing over it, and then he sent me like a different beat. I was like basically had those lyrics, but I didn't, but the beat wasn't right. And so then it was kind of one of those things where in the studio he was like, actually I had just had an idea, and then like he went and like made the beat for Tote Bag. And then yeah, as I was like performing and trying to figure out what like how it was going to sound, that was just a moment that happened where I was like, okay, I want this to kind of be the bridge. And then I was like, wow, wait, that's not how I wanted to sing it. And then yeah, we just kind of left it in because I was like, that's actually really cool. And it's this sort of culmination of like, I also didn't think that was going to be the last song on the record. I kind of wanted it to be like the split between the A side and the B side, like the end of the A side, and just like kind of go through, like I wanted to put it after Savior Complex, just to be like a really big juxtaposition. But sequencing this album was kind of hard for me. But after listening to it through, I think we made the right decision having it be the ender.
My love is not a precious resource, it's infinite in my bones. It's who I was, it's who I am, and it's who I will become. Wait, that's not how I wanted to sing it. My love's not a precious resource, it's infinite in my bones. It's who I was, it's who I am, and it's who I will become. And I can promise tomorrow, but I'll promise you right now, compromise is worldwide. And there's no turning back, now forget it. I can take it out of the Tote Bag aesthetic.
Yeah, I think it's kind of I think it's a very fun way to like end the record.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of chaotic at times.
No regrets.
And
super chaotic.
and I think that feels fun. But also I think the like even the songs that are like maybe lean heavier, like Savior Complex.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember when you played that song at the album release, you're like, all right, this is the emo song. And I was just like, yeah, this is my fucking favorite song on the record for sure.
Dude,
like
thanks.
I love that song a lot, but I think like it feels like the joy and the fun is like exists like across the entire experience of like listening to the record. Oh,
thanks.
Which I think is very cool, because I think I don't know you that well, Jill, but like my experiences of like being in a room with you or like seeing you on stage is that like you have this very like infectious energy to you. Aww. And like there's often a smile on your face, and then like getting to see you play this show, which was like the first time I've seen you play music live.
Yeah. It was a good show to come to for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that you can like very clearly see that infectious energy like spread to your bandmates, and like you're having so much fun up there that it's like hard for them to not have fun also, you know?
I hope they would feel the same.
Like that was like kind of my big takeaway from the show. And I think like, but maybe like even before seeing it, I felt like that was going to like be the thing. And that's like also like why I asked about your comfort with stage performance earlier, just because like you look like you're having more fun than anybody in the room. And I think that's like always like pretty telling of like where somebody is at comfort level on stage.
Yeah, I'm great. Yeah, that's really sweet. I love my bandmates so much. They've put so much time and energy and have supported me, and both musically and just personally. So yeah, I feel like this tour and that show was extra special, just to be able to celebrate, you know, all the hard work that we've put into everything, and being able to share that with them is like really, really sweet. And I'm also happy that the joy is something that carries through on the record, because that's something that I was trying to be intentional about. I was really scared that this would just feel like a breakup record, and I really didn't want it I really didn't want that to be the case, because I feel like the takeaway is the love and the joy and the growth that's within us all. So yeah, it's nice to hear you say that that's what you got out of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why I've like enjoyed listening to the record so much too. Like,
Yeah.
I just think it's fun.
I
And,
think
like,
we need more fun music
well,
also.
yeah, I mean, it's also like, you know, being like a pop punk
Yeah.
fan, I think that like lends that to, you know, like, I don't know, listening to a Blink record is fucking fun.
It
like,
is
it's
fun.
Like, the Story So Far stuff, it can get
It
kind
can-
of like
yeah.
maybe teeter on the other end where you're just like,
We're like,
this is pretty like,
I might cry a
yeah,
little bit.
it's also like pretty dramatic,
very
you know?
dramatic.
And I feel like your shit like rides like somewhere in the middle, you know, where
Alright.
like there are some like dramatic moments, but mostly it's like the way that you're like delivering these things is like usually, I don't know, it has levity to it, I think. And maybe that's like also, you know, just your delivery and like turns of phrases for things, but
Yeah. I appreciate that. I think life's a little more fun when you can have fun with it, and I'm definitely somebody that like needs to feel all the feelings, and I think that means, you know, I get really sad and I get really happy. Like, and yeah, you know, she contains multitudes.
hell yeah.
We all do.
I think you can definitely feel that in the listening experience of like
Yeah.
this collection of tunes for sure.
I was scared that because as we were making it, it also was kind of felt like a fever dream making this record, and like spending weeks at a time at Justin's place. I was like basically crashing with him and his partner, and like crashing on the floor of his studio for like days at a time. Because I, you know, didn't have a lease anywhere, and I had sold all my stuff. So I was just kind of like, I'm just here and we're going to make this record.
Yeah.
And like, this is crazy. So yeah, it was just a crazy time.
Will you tell me about Savior Complex? Like the most
Yeah.
emo track on the record?
Yeah, what do
like
you wanna know?
where that like well, I want to know like where that like came from
Yeah.
you, but also I'm curious like within that song, like are you talking to yourself at times? Or is it more like exactly what it says, like I've already had to like talk myself through this now, like I need somebody that is also like moved past their savior complex?
Yeah, I think it's both.
Okay.
I think I've always kind of been a person that like I really like to see the best in people, and I also, I don't know, like friendship and relationships are just so important to me. So yeah, I'm trying to think about like how to phrase this. I also am just somebody that I think I have some people pleasy traits. I feel like I'm a recovering people pleaser, trying really hard, you know, every day.
This is all making a lot of sense why I connect to this record
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah. Those things are like hard to break too, I think. Like
It
when
is
you
hard
are
to
like
break.
people pleaser most of your life and then like discover that like I think there are so many good things about being that person,
Yeah.
but it also like fucks with your boundaries a lot, or at least
It
like for my
hurts.
personal experience.
Yeah.
Like I think that can be like the hard thing is to like break out of that when
Yeah.
it's unhealthy.
Definitely. And so I've found myself over the years in like codependent relationships and things that feel like I'm giving more than people are able to give back. And like lots of times it's not anyone's fault per se. I think, you know, everyone has different levels of what they're able to give, and everybody's coming in with their own experiences that, you know, inform how you're able to. be a friend or be a partner. And so I don't want to like blame or shame anyone for not being able to give me what I've like needed or wanted. But there also, I think, is like the responsibility of everyone to, like grow and change, take a deep look at yourself and like, I think everyone's capable of doing better, you know? And so, yeah, I mean, I wrote that song. That was like a 15-minute write. That one was that one kind of came out of me really quickly after my most recent breakup. And yeah, it's, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that person is like able to grow and change from it. And I know that I've grown and changed so much for the better. But yeah, that's kind of how that song was born. It was like a reflection of myself and past relationships I've had, and also just, knowing what I deserve and knowing what I'm capable of giving to other people. And yeah, just like kind of me just being like, okay, like I'm gonna, again, really practicing just like saying things with my chest. Like I need more, like I want more and I deserve that. And that's okay. Some things happened that I was like a little angry about, but that's life. So that's kind of how that song was written.
So good.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, I love it. It's so good. So good.
It goes really hard live. We didn't really play that one on tour live except for the Portland show. And I was like, oh, this one, I think it scared me. I didn't put it on the tour set list, but I think that one's going to go on future set lists. It's pretty fun to play.
Yeah. I also just like appreciate, like, I don't know, the deeper and deeper it gets into that song, I feel like you do say it like with your chest a little more, and you give it like, it's got some attitude to it.
It's got some
like
attitude. I'm like a lot more confident singing that song than I am talking about it
hell yeah.
into a microphone. But yeah, I'm proud of it. It also like almost didn't make the record. That's kind of funny.
That would have been a travesty.
We can thank Katie O'Seek for that one, because I was just going back and forth with it, and I was like, it might be too pointed, it might be too much.
No, I don't think so.
And they were like, no, it's. And then I was like, you know what, it is. But I'm so proud of it lyrically, and I think the production was so perfect. It was one of those things where, I mean, Justin just kind of lives in my brain now, where we've been making music together for so long, where I give him very little direction. It's pretty crazy. He just kind of knows what a song needs. And yeah, I think it was a perfect culmination of the feeling and the sentiment that I wanted to achieve. So I am really, really proud of it. I'm happy it made the record, and I've had a lot of friends tell me that it's also their favorite song, so that really means a lot.
I mean, yeah, I'm a big fan front to back. I don't think there's like skips on the record, but that one hits heavy. Yeah, tell me you had your heart broken by an avoidant without telling me. I don't. Classic. Is it about your relationship with Justin? What does he do for your songwriting that like you can't see for yourself maybe, or like what do you feel like he does as a facilitator to bring out the best in your songwriting and like make this thing what it is?
He does so much. I don't even know. I feel like I probably only know like a sliver of what that guy is doing a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Again, like you'd probably have to ask him. Like, I don't really know. I know he's been on this podcast and talked about working with me a little bit, but like he's playing basically all the instruments on the record for most of my songs, except for the uke in my voice.
Yeah.
And this, in the past, we've worked in different ways, but for this album, I was very much like in the room with him while he was writing all the parts, which was really fun just to get to kind of witness it. Because sometimes he'll just like, in the past, he's just like sent me different versions and be like, what do you think of this guitar part? What do you think of this? And then I can kind of like choose. But it was fun like being in the room with him and like hearing my songs for the first time, just like me strumming the ukulele. It all starts with just uke and my vocals, and that's it.
You're still writing like everything that way is like for like the base level. It's always starting there.
Yeah. Well, a couple songs, Where You Look, I actually wrote on the guitar.
Okay.
Which crazy. Crazy. The 2 chords I know on the guitar. I love a 2-chord anthem. One thing about me. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's also because he's an emo kid. Like we have like similar roots. Like we both love Paramore and like, I don't know. We just have similar tastes that, because I do feel like my songs are usually optimistic. There's usually a little bit of, humor or like lightness to it, but there's also this sort of like depth and like melancholy that I just always, I think, subconsciously gravitate towards, that I think he also gravitates towards.
I mean, even thinking about, I don't know, Spiller was like in that lane of
exactly
things,
like Midwest emo type shit, which I love. And that, and then also just, I think just we've known each other for a very long time, and he's seen me through some things, where I think just like that in and of itself makes it easier to like make art with someone. Because when I think about it, he's kind of getting the first draft of my diary.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like I talk to the girlies at length. The debrief starts with the girlies, but then like Justin has to like hold the the first draft of like all the songs, which I'm grateful that we have that sort of friendship, that we can do that and make something really cool out of it.
I mean, you got to be pretty comfortable with somebody to be that vulnerable with them, and maybe that's like almost a better question of like why you feel so comfortable to be like vulnerable with him, in that way.
I mean, dude's just a sweet pea, and it is funny because it's like when I'm traveling and stuff, or he is a friend where it's like, sometimes we go months without talking. But I feel like I have a lot of those friends. But then, when you see him, it's like you pick up like nothing, like you pick up right where you left off. And I don't know. I think he's also just like so good at what he does. I don't really know if I can explain like our artistic connection in that way. It's just something that I think is really special, and that I know I haven't found with like anyone else that I've worked with. And I haven't worked with that many other people, because I'm like, why would I when I got a Justin?
Yeah. You're already making magic.
Yeah. I don't really know what it is. It's just one of those things where I feel like as soon as we became friends, it was just this sort of like, you're a real one.
Hell yeah.
And it's just kind of stuck.
Yeah. So like, was it like a year ago that you like left Portland?
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, I don't know if I'll ever see Jill play music, because I didn't see any of the Chip Nail Polish shows before that. And
I didn't know if I was playing music either.
You went and you like traveled around a bunch.
Yeah.
Can you just like tell me about that time and like how that maybe informed like some of the songs on the record? Because like one of the things that I love in like maybe like a song like Old Friends is just like the way that you talk about places in your lyrics, and I feel like you do a great job with that, and it does seem to also like be kind of a constant like throughout the record is like reference for places and
totally. Yeah, I mean, I guess the lore is like, I mean, so I work remotely. I was telling you, I have a digital marketing job. And it's always kind of been a little bit of a pipe dream of mine too. I feel like inside me, there are two wolves, and it's like, there's one wolf that wants a house and a garden and, you know, to have soup night every night with my friends and invite everybody over. And then there's another part of me that just wants to live out of a carry-on suitcase for the indefinite future.
Yeah.
And I, like, after my breakup, I was kind of like, okay, what is stopping me from doing this dream? I'm like, I can do this thing. Like, I have a remote job. I have the ability to go and travel and do the thing that I've always wanted to do. So, like, why not do it? I was also, in all honesty, like, crashing out pretty hard and just like, I need to get out of Portland. Yeah, I don't know how people, this is a side note, I don't know how people go through breakups in Portland. I had to leave the continent.
Because it's so small, town vibe.
So small. Yeah, it's so small. And when your friend groups are intertwined, like, dude.
Honestly, I think like it's maybe not even specific to this place, or like it's like maybe continues down my like, I don't know, just my relatability to most of the things that you have said and my personal experiences. But I think like when you go through a tough breakup, it's like sometimes the best thing feels like getting out of that place and not being around the constant reminders. I mean, like, that's like why I moved to Portland, Oregon 13 years ago. It was just like, I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna go move to a different state now.
I hear you, man. Like, I don't know. I also lived like really close to my ex, 10 blocks to be exact.
referenced on the record. Oh, I know, Jill.
Oh God,
I've heard it.
Oh Lord. So yeah, I was just kind of like, screw it. I'm selling it all. We're risking it all. We're letting it burn. It felt like my whole life was crumbling around me. I obviously still had like amazing friends and people who were there. I'm so lucky to have been so supported by like all the people in my life after that. But it was a really brutal time for me. And yeah, I just kind of finished out the summer trying to like, you know, slowly but surely selling all my belongings. And I was writing like some songs then, but I didn't know what I was going to do with them. And then, yeah, I was like, I'm just going to spend 3 months in Europe and we'll see what happens after that. I had no plans to come back.
Like, you didn't know where you were going to live when you got done with this adventure?
No, I was really up in the air.
Yeah.
And I also wasn't sure I was going to like write as much as I did.
Yeah. Like, when you left on that trip, were you still like not in a place where you're like, I'm a musician? Like, was it not really like that all encompassing or like a big focus for you? Like, I know you've always been like writing songs, like you've been putting out music, you know,
yeah,
for the
I put out
past
Road
few
Rage
years
that
and
summer. And like after that, I was like, okay, this might be my last show ever. Like, I don't know. It just, I mean, that was also like an angry song, and I had a lot of, you know, work that I needed to do to like sort of metabolize all of those feelings. I just needed like a break from everything. So I didn't even put pressure on myself to like write when I was gone. I did buy like a travel like a 3D printed travel ukulele that was like yay big, and it's fit in my backpack. It's this like it's like ridiculous looking. It's this like bright red plastic like toy basically, because I was traveling super light, and I was like, I'm like, I should bring something to do this with. But yeah, I didn't really put pressure on myself, but kind of as soon as I left, I was like feeling so inspired. And yeah, one of my first stops was like London, and I was visiting one of my best friends there who had just moved there. And another one of my old friends visited us. And so, yeah, that whole 3-month span that I was in Europe, I met so many new people and made so many new friends, like from all over the world. And I also had old friends like visiting me and like popping in to say hey. So I got to see some friends in London. I got to see some friends in Barcelona. The Moore Park friends that I reference, like those are like childhood friends, some of whom I've known since like kindergarten, who like happened to be in Barcelona at the same time, or like it was just this really like magic. It just felt like fate and, you know, stars kind of aligning for me there. So yeah, that's a lot of those songs were written when I was traveling. I wrote most of the album in those 3 months.
Yeah. Pretty easily inspired while you're out doing something like that.
Turns out, yeah, living abroad for months at a time and seeing your friends and processing your heartbreak is really good fruit for an album. Apparently, who would have thought?
Did you come back pretty determined to make a record?
Yeah.
You were like, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm not done with this project.
About halfway through. So Seaside was written and recorded like a year prior to me leaving. It was recorded around the same time I recorded Road Rage, and we recorded it, and then like that's like a very specific love song that about a specific person that after I wrote it, we broke up like a few months later. So then I was like, okay, well, I have this song, but there's no way in hell I'm singing this or like putting this out into the world anytime soon. Then like halfway through my trip, I was like, you know, Justin, I'm actually feeling a lot better. I think we should reopen up Seaside. I think you should start like working on that. Maybe start mixing that again. I just was kind of like, let's just hold. Like I had it all recorded, but just we were holding off on everything. And so then Justin started like mixing Seaside, and I was writing like Old Friends, Everything's Changing, 4-Leaf Clover. I had already kind of written Savior Complex over the summer. So I was kind of like, I knew I had like 5 songs, and I was like, okay, this feels like a journey. This feels like my character arc. I don't really know what's happening yet. And then I started sending him some voice memos, and yeah, I was like, these are really good. I was sending other voice memos to like, I think Katie and Aiden. Also, Autumn's Creeping In was written like years ago. That was written in 2022.
Okay.
But it just fit in so perfectly with this like collection of songs, and we reworked it and retweaked it. But yeah, that was a song that I had been like bugging Aiden about for years. I was like, we should release that song. I think that one's really cool, and like we have this very sweet demo that might be coming out into the world soon, maybe. But yeah, so then I don't know, I was just writing. It was crazy. And then as soon as I was ending my trip, I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go again. At this point I didn't know where I was like flying back to. I just kind of had a one-way ticket. And I had like 3 months planned, and then I was like, I don't know what's happening after that. So then I decided to come back to Portland for New Year's, and I was just like, Justin, I have like 2 weeks that I'm going to spend here. What are the chances we can just like lock in and try and bust out as many recordings before I like, you know, leave again?
Yeah.
'Cause I wasn't ready to like move back. And he was like, yeah, like, let's do it. So then in this kind of 2-week period over like New Year's and early January, yeah, we recorded, I think like 5 or 6 of those songs. And then I left and I went to Mexico for 6 weeks, and I surfed a lot, and I wrote the rest of this album, rest of the songs. And yeah, I came back in March, I think. And I think I spent the entire month of March here in Portland, just finishing up the record. And I sublet from my friend Julia Logue, who you also know. So we're roomies, and that's super sweet. And so yeah, I just kind of hung out there, and then that's when we finished it all up. And yeah, it's really weird because this is just the quickest I've ever released a body of work. Usually my EPs have taken like so long. Again, a testament to both Justin and I growing a lot and just getting a lot quicker and a lot more confident in what we're doing.
And it sounds like you had a lot to draw on and
Had
a lot to, you know,
there's a lot.
a lot of feels to share, you know,
For sure.
no
Yeah.
shortage of that, of
Nope.
emotions to, you know, dump onto a page.
Nope. Yeah, that was, I still feel like I kind of have a little bit of whiplash just thinking about my life in the past year. It's been really wild, all that's happened. It's been so beautiful, and it just feels like a very special time in my life. Like I will never forget. I like turned 28 last month, or no, 2 months ago in August. And I just feel like, 27 was like the coolest, weirdest, best and worst, just really beautiful time of my life.
Yeah.
And I feel like the album coming out so soon after that and then going on tour, I don't know, it just feels very magical, honestly. I feel like I'm kind of in this little high right now that I'm trying to ride as long as I can.
It's pretty cool, Jill.
Oh,
You know,
thanks.
like, I don't know. I think that's rad that you went and did all that, even if it was like sparked from heartbreak, you know, to like
Yeah.
go do some of that stuff. But like, who knows if you will ever have the opportunity to like just get to live your life the way that you have this last year, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still traveling. Like I'm planning on actually leaving next month and having a little break.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I also am more confident now that like Portland will always be home base, and I have a nice little system set up where I can come back whenever I want and leave whenever I want, and I feel really free in that way because I love Portland. It's the best city in the world, and I have such amazing friends here. Creatively, I'm here, and yeah, this is my home. I love it here so much. Especially like amidst all the shit that's happening right now, and like I just want to say that with my chest. Like I love Portland so much.
I ride hard for this place. I love it a lot.
So great.
It's like, I don't know. It's just insane. Like for it to, I don't know.
The bad press is crazy.
It kind of like, it makes me so mad, but also makes me laugh a lot because I'm just like walking around last night at like 10 p.m. and I'm just
The war zone.
walking through war-ravaged Portland.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, we have too many dispensaries and bike shops.
Sorry about it.
It's so horrible. It's so crazy.
Horrible. Like the worst thing that's gonna happen to you is if you like if you're walking in the bike lane, like a biker is gonna yell at you.
Yeah.
Be like, you're in the bike
I
lane.
almost got hit by a bike last night.
And maybe it was me.
It was my fault too. I was just like,
I'm sure it was.
I was a fucking idiot. That was me being a dummy.
Yeah, love riding my bike in Portland.
Yeah, you talked about friends a lot, like during that album release show too. Of just, you know.
It's everything, man.
Yeah.
It's the stuff of life, for sure.
Yeah.
Friendship is so cool, and I feel like also in the wake of breakup land and stuff, and being, you know, like I'm grateful that I'm healed and I'm feeling wonderful, but I don't know, society just puts so much pressure on romantic love, and I just think that the love that I've experienced from my friends, and I don't know, just the fact that I've had friends and people in my life for so long, I don't know, I'm just like, no partner has like ever been able to like stand the test of time the way my friends have, and I've just never felt more like seen and loved and heard and appreciated by anyone. My friends are just the shit. They're the coolest. They're also just so talented. Got really cool people in my life.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
What is it like now, you know, having this record out and it's like you said, it's very autobiographical. So
Yeah.
like, does it feel really vulnerable to have the record out, or does it like feel freeing in some way?
Yeah, I feel like the vulnerability hangover that I like to call it, it like hasn't felt as bad as I thought it would. I feel like in the past I've felt that more. And again, maybe that's just me being more confident in my art and in myself. And also just because I have such a great support system and people who have really shown up for me. And yeah, also, I don't know, I just feel like I've taken this so much further than I ever thought possible. So I feel like that's also just giving me some confidence too, of like, oh, okay, like I'm really doing it,
Yeah.
I'm really doing some things.
Yeah.
And that's just nice. And I am just like really proud of it. I'm really proud of this record. I think it's one of the coolest things I've ever done. Yeah, and it was the Portland show was especially interesting because a lot of people in the audience like know my ex and like know exactly like what a lot of these songs and who I don't know. I feel like the songs have kind of like morphed though, where they're not necessarily just about that person anymore. It's like it's become a lot more it encompasses a lot more than just that specific experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But it also feels really special and cool to know that, I don't know, I just feel really supported by my friends, where the vulnerability, it feels safe, because it's not always safe to be vulnerable, and sometimes it's not well received, and I'm just feeling lucky that I feel like it's being received well, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah. And you did such a killer job of like, I don't know this person, and I don't need any reference for them to like enjoy the songs. Like nothing's hyper specific, and like I'm sure it will
I'm not
like
trying to like talk shit.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think those things will probably like be ever evolving for you about like how you feel about the songs, or like their meanings maybe changing over time. And
well, they already have, for sure. Like Seaside's a great example of that. Like this love song that I wrote for this person that I then was like, I recorded and made a music video for it with like 3 of my best like gal friends, and kind of like recreated the day that I spent with my ex, and like recreated it with my friends. And now I just feel like it's a friendship love song.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it could be, I don't know, love is just so expansive. It could be, so much more than just that one experience. And so I feel like already all the songs have had sort of a double meaning or a second meaning, or they're just going to continue to, and also like, I know a lot of people know, me personally. A lot of the people who listen to my music know me personally, but also like a lot of people don't. And everyone's going to be able to interpret these songs and hopefully apply them to their own. I don't make music for people to like know me better. It's kind of like I release music so people can hopefully understand and process like their emotions and learn about themselves more, and understand themselves better. Yeah.
I think you did it.
Sweet.
I think you did it.
Hell yeah. Love to hear it.
Jill, I feel like it would be wrong if I didn't ask you about this bread situation that you've gotten yourself into.
Well,
especially, this is the second time we're going to reference this song, but the baguette song, the pastry a day.
Reminds me.
Pastry a day keeps
I brought
troubles
you some
away.
focaccia.
Dude, what the fuck?
However, I'm like I'm not super proud of this loaf.
I know you said that you thought this was like pretty mid. I bet it doesn't taste mid.
Okay, well, I made it yesterday, so it's like quite dense, and like it would have been better yesterday.
Okay. All right.
But I don't know. I cut you a slice that like might be good for a sandwich, or if you want to give it a try now, you can.
I'm just gonna
but
take like I gotta
you
take
gotta
like
take a
one
little
piece.
bite.
I know it's like not cool
There is
to like
some-
eat on a podcast. I don't
Just
really
give him
give a
some like
shit.
ASMR shit. We're just gonna pivot really quick. There is some roasted garlic in there, so FYI.
Big fan.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I was like, I feel like Dan could get down for some garlic, but it's dense.
This is so cool that you made bread.
I mean, I do be making bread.
You always made bread?
Not really, no.
I mean, I
It's-
know you didn't like come out of the womb making
Yeah,
bread, but like,
I just was like sourdough starter in hand.
but like, how did this bread craze happen? Because now
yeah.
you're like,
now
now
I'm
you're
making
selling
bread.
bread sometimes. You
I'm
know?
selling bread sometimes. It started a couple years ago. Yeah, my friend just had a sourdough starter, and I was like, this will be a good wintertime activity. I wasn't a COVID sourdougher. I didn't do
Okay.
that. It was awkward amount of time after that whole craze. So yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wanted a little hobby for the wintertime. I went through like a couple really rough winters here in Portland. And so I was like, I need to kind of instill some healthier habits and some fun things that I can do.
Yeah.
So that's how I got started. And then, yeah, it just kind of became my thing that I love to bring to like potlucks, or, you know, I'm not going to bake you a birthday cake, but I'll make you a loaf of focaccia. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like that's just kind of become my favorite gift for people. And I also I love bread so much.
Yeah.
It's so good and it's so easy and it's fun. I also work from home, so I can tend to my sourdough
Okay.
a bit easier
Yeah.
than, you know, folks who have to like go into work every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can be, you know, baking off a loaf as I'm beep bop beep booping on my computer for a little bit, and then yeah, have that. It's just nice to share, and it's nice now like having a roommate and someone else who can like enjoy it.
Yeah.
Communal bread for the people.
Do you feel like there's like a level of presence that you tap into when you're making bread?
For sure. Yeah, I think that there's something so cool about like making something from scratch, and especially something like bread, such simple ingredients, you know, just flour and water
Yeah.
and time. That's it.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. Yeah, it definitely helps me feel a little more centered and grounded. And, you know, when I was traveling and stuff, I didn't bring my sourdough starter with me. Just like one too many tools that couldn't fit in the carry-on suitcase. But yeah, so I feel like once I got back, it's been really nice to kind of settle into that practice again and just, you know, bake a loaf. And also I've been working really hard all summer for just prepping for tour, prepping for album rollout and stuff. And I just needed something tangible with my hands that I could do that wasn't on my screen.
Yeah. It's so different from any of that stuff, which is nice. Like,
I'm on screens like too much. It's starting to get to me where
Understood.
I'm like, I need to tap out for a second.
yeah.
So
That seems like a great place to tap out, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoy baking.
yeah.
like-
Do you have a sourdough starter?
No, I don't. I've
Okay.
never made bread, I
Okay.
guess, you know?
Well, if you ever want a little bit of my starter,
I
I
might.
would be happy to share.
I might go down that route, you know?
It's a dark path, Dan.
All of a sudden we have
Careful
like
what you wish
competing
for.
bread businesses.
Oh my gosh, awkward.
Just like starting a fucking bread war.
That would be crazy.
Like, oh, all right.
I like how your mind automatically went to competing businesses.
Yeah,
Like, why wouldn't
absolutely.
we just collab and have a joint bakery?
I don't know, because it'd be fun to have a little
A little rivalry.
Willamette Week beef.
Okay,
you know,
that's
like,
fair. We just create an entire like beef between our bread
Yeah,
businesses.
Absolutely.
But it's really just a publicity stunt, so we both, you know, get a little bit more
Yeah.
traction in our music careers.
Definitely. Or whatever. Or
'Cause
bread
that's what's
businesses,
gonna
whatever.
drive them.
You know?
Yeah.
Whatever needs to happen, you know?
Yeah, that'd be so awesome if there's a way I could. I mean, I love baking bread just for the hell of it, but also that's like why I'm like posting about it and stuff too, is you know, promoting your music online is so draining, and being present online is so draining. So I'm like, okay, well, if I have to show up on the internet, like, unfortunately for you, like, you're gonna have to see me baking bread, because I got to be doing something that I enjoy. Otherwise I will go cuckoo crazy.
Yeah, understood. I mean, I've unfortunately subjected everybody to making me watch me eat tuna sandwiches. So it's
which
like,
is awesome.
It happens.
I'm excited for a potential tuna sourdough collab.
I've got ideas. It's not competitive bread businesses. Lots of ideas.
Well, but I can't wait to hear them, and I think we need more tuna boys in the world.
Hell yeah. I'm excited to try more of your bread.
Yeah. I think we can make that happen.
I appreciate you bringing some communal bread to the pod. I don't think anybody's brought bread.
There you have it.
You know?
We'll never forget this one.
You're setting standards.
All right, everyone, look
gifts,
out.
Bringing bread, whatever they need to bring. You know?
There you have it.
Jill, this is so much fun. Thank you
that was
for
awesome.
Talking to me about your life and your music. And yeah, it's cool to like get a better understanding of where it comes from, you know? Especially for being such a fan of the record, and like, just your vocal delivery and just the way you talk about things. I'm like very into it, and then also, of course, like our friend Justin fucking crushed it.
Did a great thing there.
It was just a very beautiful collection of tunes. So I cannot encourage people enough to go check it out. Go stream the hell out of it.
Appreciate that. I also am such a big fan, and I feel like this is my dream podcast. You know, I'm gonna say it. Yeah. You've interviewed all of my favorite artists, I feel like, so it's truly an honor to be here.
That is very cool.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so
yeah, I feel like it's been a minute, but I'm also happy it happened when it did. I feel like this was the moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree. I like when it happens that way, you know, and I feel like this one definitely did. I want to play the episode out with Where You Look.
All right.
That would be
that's a nice send off. That's the ending credits song.
Right?
Yeah, actually, I said to Justin when I was making this one, I was like, I kind of want this song to sound like the end credits of an early 2000s movie that Michael Cera starred in.
Oh, you did it.
Okay.
You guys did it for sure. You know?
Well, we'll have everyone, you know, comment below whether or not you think that song sounds like that. We'll have the people decide.
Yeah, let us know if this was the perfect ending credits.
Michael Cera, it's not too late. If you're out there, if you need another ending credits song.
Yeah. Music supervisors, if you're doing the next Michael Cera movie, you need an ending song. This is probably it. It's Where You Look from After Ankeny. Beautiful record from Chip Nail Polish. Jill,
Dan Cable.
you have to send us off with your It's a Program.
Yeah.
You know the deal.
I know the drill. It's a program.
She nailed it, everybody. No instruction needed. That's very sweet that you know, and
I know exactly what's coming.
That you've listened enough to know what's happening here. Like, that also means a lot to me. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, dude. Of course.
Go listen to this fucking record. That's the Jelly Jams, and we will catch you on the flip side. Portland. All the links for Jill will be in the episode notes, so you can keep up with her and not only her music, but if you live in Portland, sometimes she's slanging this bread, and you can just like place an order, which is also very cool. So you should get some. All right, we did it.
Woohoo! We did it.
Great job.
Dude, that was so cool.
Say you think about me every night before bed. Keep me company in the back of my head. We took over the jukebox at the dive bar. We were so close.